how long is it going to take in general to get through a birth trauma or a medical malpractice case in Maryland? Want to know what I'm getting at here? Stay with me as I share with you this very important information. Hello, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm a childbirth injury and medical malpractice attorney practicing law in the state of Maryland, and I would like to quickly talk with you today about that question. How long do these cases take? Is this something that can be done in, a week's time, 6 months, maybe a year? How long will a birth trauma or a medical malpractice case take you? And to be able to help you understand this process, what I'm going to do is I want to explain the process to you in general. And so based on that, you should have a better understanding of why more than likely your medical malpractice or your birth trauma case is not going to be wrapped up in a couple of weeks or a couple of months. And in even some instances, it may not even be done in a year. And so before going on with this video, I want to just make sure that you understand that, because if you understand this process, that'll help you understand, is this something that is really for you? So Maryland law requires that to be successful with these types of cases, you must prove that your treating doctor did not follow the standard of care, fell below that standard of care, and by falling below the standard of care, this is what caused your damages, your injuries, your harm. I talk about the standard of care a lot because it's really important. It's important to understand this is something that has to be proven with these cases. Now, you might be asking yourself now, well, Marcus, I hear you talking about this standard of care and that we've got to be able to show this deviation from this standard of care, which is what's causing the harm or the injury. How do you go about doing that? Well, that's a great question. And we do it by using medical experts. That's right. We have to use medical experts who will review the records, who will look at the pertinent facts surrounding the case, and they will come to conclusions as to not only that standard of care issue, but also possibly causation. Is what the doctor did or did not do, failed to do, is this what caused the injury or the harm or the damages? And the truth of the matter is this can take time. It's a process to get the right experts on board, to get the experts that are needed to be able to review all the information, to be able to talk with those experts and to be able to reach a conclusion as to their thoughts on the case. So that process in and of itself, just the investigation, that can take some time. And then once that is done and the reports or the qualified expert reports are done, then now you're moving through the process. You're moving through the health claims section. You're moving then through the circuit court, the proper circuit court. If you need, if that's where you're going to file the case in the proper area, you're going to go through that. Then you've got to deal with discovery. You got to deal with that part, depositions and certain types of motions and interrogatories and all of that. So I'm helping you understand this process, and hopefully throughout all of this, you can see that this is not something that is just going to be done or completed in a small amount of time. So why have I taken the time today to talk with you about this? Because more than likely, if you're watching today, you have these questions. You're thinking about it. You're like, well, is this really something I want to go through with? How long is this going to take? And hopefully throughout all of this, you can see that if this is something that you want to be wrapped up, or you want this to be done in a couple of weeks, couple of months, and you really, don't have the time that you would like to spend on something like this, hopefully you can see that if you're having a problem with all these things, taking this action may not be the way to go for you. If you have more questions about your injury, maybe you're here and you're trying to find out the time frame on this process because your baby has suffered an injury at birth and you have questions about that, or maybe you have suffered an injury while in the care of a doctor, or you're at a hospital and you have questions. If you would like to speak with me further, this is what I invite you to do. And remember, taking this next action, it costs you absolutely nothing. And what is that action? Pick up the phone and give me a call. I can be reached at 301-850-4832, or if you prefer, you can send me an email to medicalinjury@bostonlawllc.com. I answer birth trauma and medical malpractice questions just like yours all the time. And I'll be happy to take some time and listen to your story. All right, that's going to be it for today's quick educational video. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm one of the childbirth injury and medical malpractice attorneys practicing law in the state of Maryland, and we will see you next time. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.